Okay. Looks like we're live. I hope we are. Just gonna grab one more thing before we do. Got some good mood setting music here before we dive into things. As with all these things, it takes a couple of minutes for everything to kind of cool down and chill. So, got some nice chillin' music on. Got some traditional Newfoundlander songs with somebody. What's his name? So, just gonna make sure that everybody's in and doing well. And hopefully, everything will work out just fine. I'm gonna just do one last thing before we get started. I'm just gonna make sure that all systems are go. Doesn't look like anybody's here yet, so it's just this guy. Just gonna be fine. There we go. Right. So it's going well. Wonderful. So, yeah, throughout this whole live stream and whatnot, let me know what you're thinking. Send me a message. We'll get this party started in a couple minutes. I just want to make sure that everybody's in and comfortable before we do our thing. And yeah. Hope everybody's having a good evening. We're going to do some reactions. Got some, first reactions. This is a new album, well, new for me. What is this? This is Frames by Oceansize. So I'm pretty excited about this. I've never listened to Oceansize before, so Frames is going to be a pretty exciting time for me. Not going to lie. And this actually leads me to my main thing is looks like Joggin Chum was the one that suggested this, and it looks like he's actually here. So thanks for joining us today, Joggin, and thank you as well for donating, as well as suggesting this album. And that segues perfectly into, to my patrons. So thank you everybody who has donated so far. It's been pretty fun time actually. Patreon keeps emailing me saying, hey, your 1 year anniversary is coming up, so after a year all these people have given to me, so that's pretty amazing. So this one is specifically for Joggin Chum. Thank you so much for donating and suggesting this album. I'm really excited to get in here, and also thank you to all of my patrons, Matthew, Aiden, Andreas, Isaac, Jeffrey, Rick, Ted, Bryson, Hemulin, Chris, Mark, Charles, and Brian. It's a lot of dudes, so, but we're all here for a good time. So no, thank you everybody for donating. And if you want to, I've put my link down below if you want to donate and suggest a future live stream, future album reviews. I've got about 4 new ones coming up in the future, so pretty excited for that, as well as album reviews, and then hopefully in October or November we'll get the next worst to best, which one of these fantastic individuals have picked the next band. So the next band has been picked, and it's going to be a secret for now. So I'm going to bring that back to me. Hello. And just check in on the chat, making sure that everything is good to go. Looks like, oh, hello. Is it Finati from Italy? Hello. And Chronos Logic is love your prog rock reviews and videos. Thank you, man. And yeah, Travis is here. Travis, my man, good to be here. Really excited. And yeah, I haven't heard this before, so I think we're going to get into it. I think we're just going to dive right into it. I'm going to put Buddy to the wayside here for a second, and we're going to find Oceanside. I think that's the band's name. I guess I should actually know that. Yes, Oceanside. Oceansize. Now it looks like this is the second last album from them. They put out one in 2012, so it looks like this is an older album, 2007. This album does look a little bit familiar, but this is the first time I've ever listened to this album. I never heard it before. So this is Camaraderie t-shirt, the first track. We're gonna have a listen to this. So this is also a little bit of a long one, so most of the time I have a little bit more time before I get right into the album, but I also recognize that this This is a long one, so strap yourselves in, boys. We're going to have some fun. And it looks like everybody's agreeing that this is their best album. So do let me know, though, if the audio, either I'm too loud or it's too loud. Let me know in the comments. I'm keeping my eye on the chat there throughout this whole finagle and fun time. So yeah, this is their first track. The t-shirt song. I don't even really know what to expect with this. I don't know if this is going to be like overly metal, or if it's going to be overly atmospheric, or if it's going to be like bombastic symphonic insanity, or if it's going to be acoustic. And pretty stoked just to kind of hear what it's going for. 2007 was a good year for music, so pretty excited. I am not playing this on vinyl. I'm playing this from my phone, from Spotify on my wireless speaker. Because I used to have a big setup, but the big setup unfortunately has gone the wayside, and I no longer have the funds. I'm just going to turn that down just, maybe a little too far. There we go. I no longer have the funds in order to rejig it all. So yeah. Did I hear the new Tool song? I did. I actually broke my... I broke my usual... don't listen to anything before it comes out, MO, because I was too tempted. I was way too tempted. No, I'm liking this so far. I'm definitely liking this so far. Yeah, I was too tempted to say no. So I did break down and I did listen to the title track of the new Tool album, and it's getting me excited. It's getting me really, really excited, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super stoked for it. It's right up my alley. Oops, sorry. So yeah, so far I'm really digging this. Like, it's reminding me of, like, you know, the contemporaries of the time, right? Like a little bit more of a sophisticated, say, like, anathema, like something along those lines, or even like maybe a Riverside a little bit. Like, it's feeling this. It's feeling like very post-rock. Oh yeah, and is it yeah, I can't remember. I can't pronounce the whole thing, but the saying that it's somewhere between alternative rock and post-rock. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling the post-rock. I mean, even if it is all instrumental Kronos, I wouldn't be opposed to it, because I'm really liking this build-up. I'm really liking how this is opening up. Yeah, the drumming is really nice, too. Like, the guy's got a feel for not only the beat, but the groove, and, like, the atmosphere of what needs to be put down. Because it's not just a timekeeper, right? He's, like, really filling in the space. I'm liking the vocals. Really liking the vocals on this. Yeah, I like how the singing has its own unique feel while still very, like, still feeling very of the time. Yeah, because they're what? How far are they? 4 minutes, so they were practically like 3.5 minutes in before any vocals came on. I love how they spend so much time building this song up. Yeah, so far everybody's been saying Trials of Fire has been one of their best tracks, so got a little bit of time before we get to that. Ooh, I like how they took their time with this one before it really started to blossom. What are you doing with the guitar work there? Oh, voting your country. Good luck. This is nice. This is really nice. I like how they took their time, but they're not wasting any space on it. This is really nice. That was interesting. That's really nice. This is going to be my first time hearing it, Joel. I'm coming in fresh. I'm liking this. Okay. Getting into it. Am I a fan of Alice in Chains and Mad Season? I can't say that I am. Yeah, I can't say that I am. Like, I am aware of Alice in Chains. I don't think I've ever heard Mad Season, though. So yeah, what you're getting is a full-on first impressions from me. And I can definitely see, just from the first track, how this album will need a number of listens to get the full feeling of it. Because even this is, yeah. Am I into black metal? Yeah, every once in a while I'll put on a black metal album. Are you talking about, like, Sleep and all of them? Like, I think I have a Bell Witch album in the back there. The Mirror Reaper album. But that's more doom than black. So yeah, I'll put on a black album, black metal every once in a while. Not really my go-to, but I'll get into the mood every once in a while. Ooh, that was a fun little time switch up. Oh, okay, one of those kind of super groups. That's kind of fun. Oh, I love Zeal and Ardor. I think they're a blast. Lots of fun. Yeah, I actually saw them open up for Baroness and Death Haven. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Oh, hello! Hello from Brazil. Hello from Canada. Wow, I love where the song is going. Boys know exactly how long they need to stay in each section before they move on. Because I could hear like other bands taking that one section, right, and then just stretching it out a little too thin. And I like how these boys just give you the taste and then move on to something a little bit more exciting. This is really good. I don't know why it came to my head, but suddenly Orbits. Does anybody remember Orbits, the drink, way back when? It had these like little floaty bits in them. I wonder if it's still around. I haven't seen them since like the 90s or the early 2000s. I don't know why it came into my head. I was just looking over at my lava lamp and I'm just like, Orbits. The bass line so far is really good. Yeah, I know it's my Blue Yeti, right? So I don't have a whole lot of bass going on, but it's slowing down. I mean, I could move it a little closer. Would that help? Like put it right up against there. Do some like ASMR. Move it one side to another. I'll put it back. I'm not going to continue that. Oh man, okay, Travis. You know what's going on with the Orbits. Good, I'm not the only one. Yeah, they were really popular up at the cottage for a while. Are we on a different? We are on a different song. Okay. Because I was wondering about that. I'm like, are we in a different song yet? Yeah, we've been in a different song for almost 3 minutes. I'm familiar with it. This is good. Do I like symphonic metal? Heck yeah, I do. It's one of my favorite types of metal. If not my favorite type of metal. Yeah, like symphonic metal and like really good tech metal. Maybe even like tech metal. Those are my two favorite. Love symphonic metal. There we go. Trying to get the balance of all the lines here. This is good. I like how the vocal works perfectly within the guitar, and how the guitars are almost like calling an answer. It's a really nice little round that they had going on for a little bit. Do I know the band Amplifier? I do not. No, I'm sorry. Oh, was that at the drive-in? Kronos? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, wondering what the band that Mars Volta was in beforehand. Definitely good stuff. Although I do enjoy the Mars Volta a little bit more than at the drive-in, but I do like where at the drive-in set the groundwork for. Unfamiliar. So this is the track, Unfamiliar. We're coming into the final couple minutes of that track. Really, really fun. Little flag buzzing around. Yeah, I know that they were talking about, Kronos is asking about what happened to Mars Volta. I know that there was like talks about coming back and doing something, because At the Drive-In put out an album a couple years ago. But I think they just kind of had their run. Cedric's voice, I think, is just a little too not quite up for par. Yeah, I really like their albums. I did a whole worst to best of that series, so yeah. Oh yeah, Fargo. Yeah, one of my favorite movies. That's why I've been too lazy and haven't removed any of those. I'm really liking how this keeps bouncing around. Yeah, because this album just keeps like, or at least these songs, they don't really sit still. Ooh, I'm liking the guitar riff here. And that bass line is definitely very poignant. I'm liking how it emphasizes that main guitar lead, but doesn't like overshadow it. It's a nice bass line. That's a nice bass line. No, Fargo's a masterpiece. Yeah, I'm not going to move it, don't worry. Ooh, Chris Squire is the most aggressive bassist. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else that would be more aggressive. Alright, so that was the first two tracks. This is Trial of Fire. And I know people have been waiting for this one, so let's see what this Trial of Fire can do. I'm actually going to take off my earphones so I can hear it directly from, so I'm not hearing it kind of twice and that kind of stuff. Yeah, Billy Sherwood's got a lot of, just to Kronos' point of seeing Yes with Steve Howe 2 years ago. Ever since Chris's passing, I haven't seen Yes live, and I don't really want to. Yeah, because Billy has a lot of big shoes to fill for sure. It's almost unfair, really. But I'm sure he's doing a good job. But yeah, it's just not the same. And I actually heard, what is it, their last, the Tales of Drama, where they covered most of the tracks from Tales of from Topographic Ocean and Drama, and just I'm kind of done. Yeah, John Anderson has a new album. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what that was. I'm pretty sure I heard that one. So, yeah. Oh, General Spinobi, welcome back. Doing well. Listening to some Oceansize. So, digging this album so far, for sure. Yeah, really digging this one. Do I like the Winery Dogs? They're okay. It's not quite my taste. Same kind of thing with the, what is it, the Sons of Apollo? It's not quite my thing. I can understand and appreciate it, but I don't get as much enjoyment out of it as always. Yeah, I'm really liking this bass line though. And man, the drums are like really constrained here. Like it's really like creating a really tight box for the boys to play in right now. Oh, good. Yeah, looking forward to that, General Spinobi. Saying he's going to send me a message on Patreon pretty soon. So, yeah, go for it. I'm really liking how, like, almost rhythmic this song is. Again, it's that tight box that the drummer's really putting them in. Trying to figure out like the time signature and the rhythm here, right? Yeah, somebody else has told me about Twin Peaks in the band, not the show, because I love the show. But yeah, this is no time. This album does have one of the worst album covers. Yeah, the album cover itself didn't really leave anything to the imagination, but. Do you plan on making any more vlog video times soon? Like the one that I did a couple weeks back? Probably not, maybe? Like if people want me to. That was just kind of a one-off for my first video reaching 100,000 views. So, I mean, if people want to see my day-to-day activities, I can continue to do that. But because it was super easy to make. I just, whenever something interesting was going on, click, hey, let's see what's going on. Ooh, that's fun. Oh man, yeah. So Kronos is asking about, yeah, because I love Lynch as well. He's one of my favorite directors. Really liked it. I really liked it. In terms of the take on the finale of Twin Peaks Season 3. Really interested to see where it's going to go. Really interested to see where it's going to go, because man, was that a mind screw. I loved it. Loved it. I'm so stoked to see where he takes it from here. Because damn, the man knows how to set something up. And yeah, that payoff. That like last 10 seconds. I'm just like... Grr. This song is pretty friggin' amazing, by the way. And I like, even though it's very complex in terms of the time signature, it still has that same beat, like that same driving, like doom, 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 doom. So it has like that heartbeat that's going on throughout the whole thing. And it's got like everything else is swirling around it. So you have the anchor throughout the whole song. And just, yeah. Really like that. Do I like stoner and drone metal? Yeah, I do. Sun O, I love Sun O. The album that they did, I believe it was the Scott Walker, was just, it blew my mind. Holy gee, some of the sounds they were able to capture on that album. Jeez. Sleep is really fun as well. I really like Sleep. Not too familiar with Earth or Cryos, but yeah. Yeah, I know. There's so many things. Yeah, General Spinobi's asking how caught up am I on getting the rest of my album reviews out. Still got a lot to do. Still got a lot to do. I actually broke it down into a spreadsheet of mine, and yeah, I've got quite a number of them up. So there'll be a number of videos that I hope to get out before September, maybe even into September. But I got a lot of work ahead of me. It's good. It's good. It's good. So yeah. This is really interesting. I really like it. Oh yeah, the Holy Mountain. I've got that in the back here too somewhere. That movie just made my head hurt. So freaking good though. I'm liking where this song goes. Like, I'll definitely have to re-listen to it, because I know I was talking about other things while I was listening to it, but no, that was really, really good. That was really good. I can definitely see where all the emotions coming from for that. But I think a lot of that has to do with that through line, that anchored beat throughout the whole thing. It creates a very meditative state, almost, that allows all these emotions to come through. And now we're on Savant. So I do appreciate how these two songs kind of blend from one to the other. Yeah. Oh, that's really fun. Just reading G.L.E. Lee's Amplifier the Octopus is the recommendation, the double album. So I guess they have Oceansize bass player in the band. I'll check it out if I can find time, for sure. Oh, I have not heard the scandal related to the Polish band. What was that? Batsushka? Batsushka? Should know that with my Polish background, but yeah, I don't know. I do not know this scandal. I mean, yeah. Alright, I like how this song is a little bit more on the mellow side right now. I mean, after the big emotional outpour that we had with the previous track, I like the fact that this one's able to take a little bit of time to kind of like recollect itself. Thoughts on Hold Your Fire by Rush? Well, if you watch my Rush Worst to Best, you'll find out my thoughts about it. Ooh, that drumming. That drumming. That was good. That was really good. Flaming Lois? Laos? Oh, Flaming Lips. No, I haven't done a worst to best. I'm only really familiar with a handful of their records, though, so I'd have to really do a deep dive. Like, I'm only really familiar with some of their more popular stuff. I actually made a point to listen to the latest one that came out this year. So, yeah. This is interesting. I really like this. Again, I like how this is the mellow offset of that last track, because that last track was really intense. Yeah, not a big fan of Hold Your Fire. Not my favorite album of theirs by any stretch. But it still has a few alright tracks on it. It's just wasn't quite for me. Ooh, a song that seems so sad it's not being able to hear it. I don't know. I know there are songs that are too melodramatic, but I don't know about sad. Like, there are songs that like get so overly overdramatic and melodramatic where I'm like, nope, it becomes cheesy. But that's not kind of what you're getting at, though. You're like, the emotional outpour is too much. There are a few songs that do that for me. That I can't listen. Not necessarily I can't listen to, but I have to be mindful or disconnect my mind from. One of them is So Said the Lighthouse Keeper from Klaatu. That one, especially if you listen to the second side of Hope. So you hear the two songs that precede it, and you get the gist of what's going on. That one makes me very, very emotional, for sure. In terms of being so sad, right? Same with The Raven That Refuses to Sing, the title track of that album. Especially after like the insanity that comes before it, and how intimate that track is and compared to all the other tracks off of that album. Just running through my mind about other sad songs. I mean, there are definitely like Broadway songs, like a handful of songs from Les Miserables from the Broadway show, like I Dreamed a Dream. There's one where what's her face is dying in the street and she's doing it because of Marius or whatever his face is. Those ones are super, super sad. This is a good track. It's a really good track. Another track like that is a few from Anathema, especially one of the last tracks from Weather System, where the guy is talking about his experience about dying, and it leads, like the song starts off with like just an interview with him, and he's saying goodbye to his wife. That one hit me hard. That one really hits me hard. I love this track, by the way. Oh, I'm glad you got into Gentle Giant. Yeah, they're an odd band, right? It took me so long to get into them, but then once I finally did, it was hard to let them go. Yeah. Damn, this song is getting really emotional. I'm really liking this. Jeez. Those strings? Man. Reminds me of something. Oh, this is gonna bug me, because I can put my finger on what that sounds like, but the name escapes me. Oh, I like that they don't just, like... They're really using these strings. That's great. Oh. That was a hard end. I like that. I like that. Alright, Only Twin. Let's see here. Where are we going for Only Twin? Where are we in the track length, by the way? Okay, so we're coming into the midpoint. So I'm pretty sure that Savant would have been the midpoint, right? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So in my head, that's me flipping the record. Because I'm weird and I have to have like a midway point for records. So Only Twin. It's got a little bit of a darker and menacing piece on this one. It's almost like a twisted lullaby. Interesting. Okay, so if it's the most inaccessible song, let's see. Again, it's reminding me of something and I can't put my finger on it. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. I like how this punchy part is... It's got like this juxtaposition of that very smooth and menacing part. Because this part, like with... It's a little bit more boppy, right? And then this other part is much more smooth. So I like how it's got a little bit of a dance to it. Joel is saying that it's the midpoint. So I'm talking about midpoint in terms of track length, like track numbers. Unfortunately, the Spotify doesn't actually catalog it. I do know that the last couple of tracks are like in the 10-minute mark, so that's just how I do albums. I usually find out where within the track run the tracks kind of come to a midpoint. Just kind of helps catalog it in my head. So, yeah. It almost feels... Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Again, a few different tastes and a few different flavors here. Yeah, I agree, Travis. That it has like a Radiohead feel to it. Like I was thinking of like Wolf at the Door from Hail to the Thief. Like just how menacing that song was. Yeah, General Spinobi, I'm on you. This is one that I'm going to have to come back to. Oh, perfect. I'll have a look after this. Thank you. Hopefully it's nothing but good things. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. This is beautiful. liking how this song is building too. Like it's like layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. It's starting to fall apart, but I love it. It's like you can see the seam starting to crack. But even within those cracks, it's where that light is coming in. Yeah! Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, man. That was brilliant. Oh. Beautiful setup. Beautiful payoff. Almost has like that Mellotron scratch from Deadwing feel to it. Oh, it was so brilliant. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Oh. Very tasty. Very tasty indeed. Oof. Man, if that was the most inaccessible track. Oh, that was friggin' brilliant. Mwah! 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 Oh man. Loved it. Loved it. That was great. Okay, so Old Friends of Christie. Christie's? Yeah, it looks like this is one of the bigger tracks. This is at 10 minutes. So hang on to your butts. Yeah, so it looks like the most recent one from them is the Self-Preserved While the Bodies Float Up. It's their most recent one. I believe that was in 2010. So they haven't really put out anything in almost 10 years. Okay, so let's see where we're going for this one. An Old Friend of the Christies. This is literally a post-metal song, but on a prog rock album. Okay, I'm ready. This is menacing. Yeah, they split up. Sad face. This song is pretty menacing. Let's see where we go. Okay. Gotta build it up. Gotta build it up. What does this remind me of? This reminds me of something. Oh, it's gonna bug me. Because I know it reminds me of something. Yeah, they definitely have captured that atmosphere. That's what it kind of reminds me of. It reminds me of, there's a track from Next to None off of their second album called The Wanderer. This has that same kind of... They didn't spend quite as much time on it as these guys are, but it's got that same kind of drone, just... I'm liking how they're setting things up. They're really laying down that foundation for the song. That sucks. You're so close to seeing them. Yeah, a little bit. I can hear that, saying that this was the cover from Marilyn Manson's Sweet Dreams. I can definitely hear that. Sweet dreams are made of these. Am I to disagree? Travel the world and 7 seas. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Sorry to hear that, Spinobi. That's gotta hurt. So far, this is quite good. I'm liking how they're really taking their time with this one. Interesting. So the song's about 7.5 minutes in. I'm excited, kind of curious as to see where we're going from here. Ooh, the album that most disappointed me. Huh. That's a good question. What is the album that most disappointed me? Because there's a lot of albums that I don't like. Especially from bands that I thoroughly enjoy and love. But an album that disappointed me. I'll have to think about that one. I'll have to think about that one. Yeah, To the Bone disappointed me for sure. But I wasn't surprised about that, especially with all the lead up he was doing to that one. Yeah, I almost want to say Heritage was a little bit of a disappointment. Like, I really liked it at the time, but thinking back... Same with Simulation Theory from Muse. Especially with how much I really liked Drones. Yeah. I'll keep thinking on that one, though. To the Bone is probably up there, though. But again, I don't begrudge it. Even The Astonishing, I think, probably really disappointed me. Ooh! Alright, we're awake. Oh boy. Yeah, this is, Sleeping Dogs and Dead Lions. That's a whiplash of a style change if I've ever heard one. Wow. I'm just thinking about the year too, because if this came out in like 2007, this is before a lot of the gent stuff that was going to happen in like 3 or 4 years. Like, this is almost pseudo-gent. Wow. This is pretty incredible, actually. That was really good. Yeah, for sure. You know it's going to be big when you need a 10-minute song to build up to it. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually what I was just thinking. I'm like, this came out in one of the best years of prog. Because that was the same year that, like, Experiments in Mass Appeal came out from Frost. Fear of a Bleak Planet. Or Blank Planet. Wow, they're really getting intense. Oh, hey! GRV Rush 2112. Good job. Haven't seen you for a while. It's one of the OG supporters here. like this part. Oh, that bass line though. Oh boy. Yeah, I can see that this has influenced a lot of music. This is insane. In a good way. I can see how this song would turn off a number of listeners, but I'm loving it. Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? Do I like the Trans-Siberian Orchestra? Sure do. Yep. Actually, that's a good album that kind of disappointed me. The Letters from the Labyrinth was very subpar for them. But yeah, Beethoven's Last Night is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. I should really do an album review of that one. And I mean, their Christmas stuff is, you can't go wrong with it. Oh, I can definitely hear that, Matthew. For sure, I can hear the influences for that. Ooh. Really breaking it down. Really breaking it down. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. Yeah. Yeah. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Oh, that's okay. I've never heard of. What is it? Osric Tentaclia? I've never heard of them. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? So Matthew, I'm going to get to that in a second, because we only have one more song after this, and I need to give them a thank you. Oh, this is good. This is good. That was nice. That was nice. Alright, coming into the last song now. Frames, the title track. 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Alright, how are we going to close this off? How are we going to close this off? This is good. I'm liking how it's really taking its time and it's very slow. I have a feeling it builds though. Yeah, I can hear that. I can hear the motion picture soundtrack vibes from Kid A. I can definitely hear that. I can hear the post-rock stuff, like the Sigur Rós and whatnot. This is kind of in the same vein as like Feel So Low a little bit from Porcupine Tree. Not quite, but a little bit. I like how airy the song is, how much more open it is. Like, all that constraint and all that restriction that we felt earlier in the album is completely gone. The space in this song is huge. I like that. Oh, that's nice. This song is getting really big. I like it. Ooh, interesting. Okay. I thought they were going to end it there. I'm glad that they didn't. That was good. Yep. That was good. That was really good. Oh, I need to stretch after that one. All right. Frames by Oceansize. Damn, that was good. That was really good. So just some thoughts. Laying it come to me now. Exquisite. Very, very well done. Very good. Let's see here. Love the structure. Love the structure. I loved how the first handful of songs, probably that whole first side, the first 4 tracks, were really, really, really tight. Really nice. Commemorative. I think that's what it is. Commemorative. The commemorative T-shirt floating right into Unfamiliar. Great way to open up the album. Trial of Fire was really good, but I think Savant might have been. No. I like how Trial of Fire and Savant blended very, very well. So those 4 tracks, really, really well done. But when they got into Only Twin, that's when the album really, really became something very special. Like, up to that point, I was already on board. You sold me. But Only Twin just did something very, very special. Extremely special. I like the fact that an old friend of the Christies allowed for that all to sink in to make it that much more reflective. And it gave us a perfect kind of a build up to the Sleeping Dogs and Dead Lions, because that was just like bam, 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 bam. And then finally the frame wrapping it all up. Yeah, exquisite. I loved that whole album. This is one I'm definitely going to have to return to. Because, yeah, the structure was spot on, brilliant. They couldn't have constructed it any better. They used the right materials. That drumming. It was so constrained at times, and it provides such a narrow window to play within. But then they would open up and create this landscape of vastness to play within. And the ability to just ebb and flow like that, and the bass player on that was just on top of it. Like, I haven't heard that punchy bass in a long, long time. Very, very good. So yeah, love that. We'll definitely 100% return to that. And let's just put on some nice come down music after that, because that was really intense. So I'm going to put back on some Buddy. Some Buddy was his name. Let's just put on some Cold Tonight in Yellowknife, just to bring us out into the evening. Yeah, fantastic. Let's see if I've missed anything within the chat box, because it looks like we had some people jumping in there. Okay, good. So somebody's just saying that they're getting it on Apple Music. Some people use Google Play. My cousins actually use Google Play and share a lot of music between one another. I'm a Spotify guy myself, because that was the one that I got into when this all came about. And yeah, let's see here. I think that's about it. So I'm going to wrap this all up, because that was a long album. Like, that was over an hour, even though it was only 8 tracks. And yeah, I gotta do my general shout out, my thank you to all my patrons. Joggin Chum was the individual that recommended this one, so thank you so much, Joggin, and thank you for coming out and being here with us tonight at the beginning. I don't know if you're still with us now, but if you are, thank you for staying until the end, and if you're not, well, it was great to have you on at the beginning. And thank you everybody who has come out to support me: Matthew, Aiden, Andreas, Isaac, Jeffrey, Rick, Ted, Bryson, Hamulin, Chris, Mark, Charles, and Brian. You guys are amazing, and thank you so much for donating. I've got a handful more of live streams that I've got, and about half a dozen or so of album reviews that I need to do. So I'm going to get those out as soon as possible, but it might take a little bit. I have a deadline. My deadline is by the end of September. So I hope to get all those guys out by the end of September. And if you too want to donate, you can get a live stream of an album that you want me to listen to. If you donate enough, you might get a, you will. You'll get an album review or 3, or if you are very, very generous, you might get you will get a worst to best as well. So I believe it was Chris. I want to say it was Chris. Somebody on that list has donated enough to do a worst to best. So I hope to get that one out end of October. More realistically, it's probably going to be November. So the next worst to best video has been decided. The band has been locked in, and I've already prepped and getting myself into it, because it's from a band that I grew up with, but I only heard 2 of their albums up to this point, and they have a lot of albums, so I'm really excited to get into those. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, it really, really does mean a lot. And I'm just going to come back here and end this all off. So thank you so much. General Spinobi, I'm going to have a look at my Patreon message after I sign off here. Just doing one last little check through the chat. Make sure I got it. Have I ever used SoundCloud? I have, to listen to music. But that's way back in the day. Steve Hodgins replaced him on the album. Thank you for listening. Just again, doing a quick one. Great stream. Okay, everybody. That's about it. Thank you guys so much for coming out and enjoying this evening. That's about it for me, and I'm just going to be signing off. So thank you, everybody, for coming out today. As always, you guys are definitely the best, and until the next one, notes out.